beloved. Didn't mean to stop on that topic. It's not been that long, but I think I just let you know I let it. That was a timer for 10 minutes.
Time is off of that?
No, it's still on. My timer went off after letting it go for 10 minutes, plus whatever you had before you went downstairs.
Right, it's about 20 minutes.
Right.
How long total time for me?
45 to 50 minutes, and I put another. And I set it for 17. Had it go on mine for 10.
Okay, so that's 20 and 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 45 minutes?
45 to 50, yeah.
Dang, why do I want to cook it so long? I want to make sure all the flavor gets through the potatoes.
I don't know.
Because I'm cook the shell, the potatoes already cooked. Yeah, you don't cook that.
Yes, ma'am. So, beloved, besides reading the book and going to nursing home, I also.
Yes. Well, close to the top. Put it slow down a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. I also did some reading in a book that I have, in a book that is a self-help book, and it's been very refreshing to read. Sorry, my alarm went off just now. That's why the phone cut off at a very interesting moment. When I was talking about civil rights and how things are going in our country right now, between black and brown people. It's just, I think that's part of what inspired me to get the book. To be honest, it's just been my spirit to learn more about African American history, and because I hadn't had that because I just wanted to learn more about it, and I didn't go to an HBCU, and still I would have loved to have that experience, but I know that it's still my choice whether or not I could easily go and feel as though I have to. Sorry, feel as though I have to. I guess what I'm trying to say is the information is out there. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to be open to listening, to reading, and taking your time going through the experience of reading somebody else's story. It's not. The civil rights movement is not a glorious thing to talk about. Slavery is not a glorious thing to talk about. It's a very heavy topic to have to read about. And part of me just felt like it would give me a tougher skin because of the fact that we're given, so that's what I was trying to say. We have so many things that are a part of our lives that are no sacrifices. Such sacrifices for somebody else. Between voting, eating out at certain restaurants, eating out at certain places, from getting food and water, going to movie theaters. Consider voting as one of the largest things, but even trying to get something to drink, trying to get food, daily, and we still have issues with housing. It's just, or is this even certain things. So no society is perfect, no culture is perfect, no person is perfect other than Christ himself. So there is the understanding that oppression is still very fresh, even though it's been, because it's been this, you're not talking about a century beyond the civil rights movement. It's still what, maybe half a century, is that, so it's very fresh and very alive in certain states in the South. Your Mississippi, your Alabama, those places are still very much alive with, that was the other time that was on it. You don't have to take it out though if you don't want to. It turned this timer off, just so you know, it has to be set. Okay. But I think because of the fact that we've, because of influences of 375 upper. I guess because our culture is so unique and strong and diverse, and because our culture is so it's just so powerful, so strong. It's just like it was built to last, and so I think that that's why even after all this time, after all these years, we've still been resilient as a community, even in the midst of poverty, even in the midst of famine, even in the midst of that was my mom moving her chair, not me. Even, in terms of clothes, in terms of, in terms of, poverty, famine, poor housing, drugs, slavery. We keep fighting. We are underdogs by nature. And I feel like that's, I think that spirit is something that is, because it's so strong, it's contagious. And so I'm just grateful that to be appreciated, because, that's really what it is, and to be favored by God, and that, because of our difference, because of our struggle, we have a story to tell that's unlike any other community. Not to say that other communities don't have their issues. Of course, like the Jewish community definitely can relate to slavery in some ways, and even poor white communities can to some extent. But I think that that's why I think there's the intrigue of our society, even with so many difficult parts of it, it's just you okay over there? Sorry, my mom's having a hard time with her computer. I'm just grateful that despite our history as a country, our communities, because of dark times, can still come together and create a Barack Obama or a Jasmine Crockett and appreciate them, or even Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., John Lewis, Maxine Waters, who else? A Michael Jackson, a Prince, a Tina Turner, so many, a B.B. King, a Buddy Guy, and that's just not just here, that's international, a you, even, and your husband. So it's a blessing, even though we've been through a lot as a community. And Michelle Obama, an Oprah Winfrey, a Dorothy Hyatt, your mom. We have these bright lights in our community that are appreciated because of, I'm sorry, I'm trying to cry, but that are appreciated because of the fact that we've been tested and we are pure gold, and iron sharpens iron. And even though our community has been tested by other communities, ultimately we both learn from each other. We all learn from each other. And that's the glorious thing about life. It's never one-sided. It's a mosaic. It's a plethora. It's a rainbow of colors. It's a canvas. It's a what would you call it? It's just a beautiful tapestry. And my God, He knows we're all broken vessels, but even though we're broken, He can still use us for His purpose. And so I'm just grateful to be used. I'm grateful to be used in this capacity to help my mom. With the pie. That's the other thing I was going to say. I made a sweet potato pie today. I don't know if it came out okay. I'll tell you when I taste it on Saturday. I'm kind of scared. But beloved, it's a wonderful thing to be able to at least have the capacity to be able to pursue what we love, do what we love, because in other parts of the country, and worship what we love, because in other parts of the world, they don't have those same liberties. So we have to be grateful for what our country, even if it was difficult, has given us, when it has been given, even though it on our side feels like we've had to fight, which is very true, but it works both ways. It works because we fought for it, and because we fought for it, we were given it. And it was given to us, excuse me. And so, yeah, Thurgood Marshall is another one. And how he was, Harriet Tubman's another one. And how they are Frederick Douglass. There's so many, Booker T, W. Du Bois, Bethune, Mary McLeod Bethune, George Washington Carver. Anyway, I don't know. It looks pretty much. I didn't do anything. That's how my mom feels about what I'm saying. The Lord knows. I'm just grateful. So she wants me to get to bed so I can get some rest for tomorrow. I love you. And I'm just grateful to be able to say, not only am I grateful to be a part of the culture I am, but also to be close to mom while she's cooking. So grateful. I'm so grateful to be a part of my community, my culture, my country. I know we've had our ups and downs, but Lord knows, you know, you know, no country's perfect, like I mentioned, but you know, when we come together, we're beautiful. Just like, you know, just like we were taught in school so many years ago, you know, elementary school, we were taught, even before then, we're taught all the same. We were taught that by God innately, you know, and that's how I feel. You know, it's we get older and we get jaded, but you know, I believe we all have within us good hearts, good souls, good spirits, good thoughts, good intentions. That we love somebody more than we love ourselves. And if it's your children, that's something, that's someone. If it's your spouse, that's something. If you love your your brothers, your siblings, your parents, whatever. And that's because God taught us to be that way. So I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for all of us. All right, God bless you. Have a good night.